You don't understand, we must measure in feet. Imagine if people still took last names from their trade like Fisher, Smith and Fletcher. Imagine some guy introducing himself to you as Jonathan Podcaster. It's him, TED Talker. So my dad got his hip replaced and had the doctor save it so he could turn it into a cane. You cannot possibly become more boss than turning your own bone into a cane. I'd say he's pretty hip. Last time I had sleep paralysis, that kid went from lemonade mouth stood at the end of my bed and did the rap to determinate for like 3 hours straight, and I haven't slept peacefully since. Disney star Adam Hicks arrested for string of armed robberies. I tried to warn y'all. It wasn't sleep paralysis, he was actually there. He actually broke into your house and intended to rob you, but you woke up and he had to improvise. Going forward, I'm going to add, how did your company take care of people during the coronavirus? To my questions I ask interviewers, cause I can count friends of mine who were fired with no pay on 2 hands and this crap's strict up. That is an excellent question to ask. Stranger Things is so heterosexual, but it's the 80s and gays didn't exist till 2011 when Lady Gaga released Born This Way, so I can't complain. Are you suggesting gays just popped out of the ground when Born This Way was released, like daisies? Yes. As a transgender man who is going to be having a baby, I'm so glad that by technicality my child will be able to fulfill the prophecy and defeat Macbeth. To be on the safe side, get a C-section. Macbeth really needs defeating. Ironically, I do have to have a C-section due to a hip problem I have, so it's double accurate. I like how this post implies that Macbeth is still out there, most likely terrorizing people, and no one has been able to stop him. The least realistic thing about The Lord of the Rings is that a team got together for a group project, decided everything in one meeting, and their plan worked. The group abandoned the original plan halfway up Caradhras, split up several times. Some group members started looking into different projects, found new partners, and ended up doing something else. The original plan was abandoned early on and the project was salvaged at the last moment by the one group member that didn't get sidetracked. Sounds like a pretty astute description of teamwork to me. Job interviews feel so weirdly degrading, it's like you're asking to be exploited and they still reject you. Today I was yelling at my sister outside and a freaking cherry blossom petal landed in my mouth, which shut me up, and my sister said, "The anime gods have silenced you. Kiss kiss, shut the frick up." Why is CNN written like fanfiction? Biden leaned into an embrace from French President Emmanuel Macron, with both men pressing into each other's sides as they walked arm in arm into the summit venue, forcing other leaders to walk around. Bought a hoodie that amusingly has the coordinates for Tokyo on it, so when aliens abduct me they'll think it's like when a dog has an address on its collar and drop me off in Tokyo when they're done freaking me. So when I was getting my second tattoo, my artist was talking to the other artist about how he went to a strip club but didn't get a lap dance because a dancer came over and was all, "What do you like, big boy?" and he panicked and replied with, "I quite like kittens, and now I never want anyone else but him to stab needles in my body." Pokemon. Your Catholic Christian friends at St. Benedict welcome you to this Pokemon Go gym. You are always welcome here. Please be respectful of our parishioners and the church property. Thank you and catch them all. Come visit us anytime. Father Joe. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are. Mewtwo. Life is a game. Play it. Saint Mother Teresa. I live in a world where Mewtwo is quoted alongside Mother Teresa. I'm trying to cover every aspect of childhood. That's a big canvas. What kind of fricked up childhood did this guy have? The smallest cloud ever recorded was only about 4 inches long. Spotted hanging so low in the sky it could be collected in a jar. The cloud didn't dissipate for almost 3 years due to its density and a steady diet of cloud meal. That's a ball of lint. That's what clouds are. God's lint. Sonic Dash wants you to beat your friends. Sonic wants me to what? You heard the man get swinging. I completely ignore physical descriptions of book characters. Usually by the time their physical attributes are actually described, their appearance is already cemented in my brain and no amount of hearing about their blonde hair and emerald green eyes will change how I imagine them. TV show. This is a TV show called Craps and Farts. It is about craps and farts. The main characters are two men named Crap and Fart. They tell crap and fart jokes to each other for the whole 20-minute runtime. At least one person you follow on Tumblr. Instantly. OMFG, I'm withering from last night's ep. The dynamic between Crap and Fart is so freaking tense and erotic. I'm still freaking sobbing. I hate my sweet babies. Why do they treat each other like this? I'm freaking bathing in acid. It's so but I'm embalming myself and then desecrating my own corpse. How about not crapping on Supernatural all the time and let people enjoy it? This post is so funny because you could replace Supernatural with literally anything and there's someone who posts about it like this. So this happened to me today. Fricked up, some bird tried to steal your car like that. I told you. It's my turn to drive. Do you ever think about how if you dive into the ocean and go deeper and deeper you will pass through layers of darker and darker blue until everything is black and cold and the pressure will be so intense that it will kill you without protection, but if you keep going you will find little glowing specks of light. And if you go up into the sky and go higher and higher you will pass through layers of darker and darker blue until everything is black and cold and the pressure will be so intense that it will kill you without protection, but if you keep going you will find little glowing specks of light. Rara Rasputin is objectively the funniest song ever written. It's like Rasputin was an advisor to the Romanovs and honestly he was a bit of a power-hungry conmanoof. But you're not here for a history lesson. You want to know how much he fricked, don't you? Well, I'll tell you. He fricked. He fricked often and severely, and it's a banger. Folks, I'm just gonna say it. I don't think it rains for long enough periods of time. It rains hard. It sounds good. I'm comfortable inside. But within 5 minutes the jig is up. The dream is over. I think it should rain for longer periods of time than it presently does. A frog made this post. The frog is right. Netflix begs people to stop calling serial killer Ted Bundy hot. Netflix tells viewers to viewers, stop calling Ted Bundy hot. Netflix sends a message to viewers, stop lusting after Ted Bundy. I'm so glad I'm alive to read these headlines. Save your prostate confirmation. Your prostate is the size of a lemon, and I'm about to make lemonade. You give off the vibes of someone who buys cryptocurrency. Just tell me to kill myself. Also, bi girls are allowed to do anything including arson. Is this arson pan inclusive? Chanting. Ace arson also chanting. Eros arson. I'm grey ace and have a flamethrower, can I come? Can pans also arson please? Ace arson. Me wants to arson too. Throws a burning piece of paper through a. Putting an live laugh on love sign over the door of my necromancy laboratory to make it more homey. I can't condone Christianity, but they went off with the cannibalization of the divine. My mom. Here, eat this, it's God. Me like 4 years old. Every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time you piss it sounds like it's fried. I was gonna reply something but I can't possibly beat the piss reply. 2020 appliances, break within 2 years. 1970s refrigerator, I will outlive you and everyone you love. I'm eternal, I'm time itself. Imagination, cute girls, me. Companies 0.000001 seconds after Pride Month is over. In terms of gay, we have no gay. I can't believe he didn't cry during Titanic. Do men even have feelings? The milk struggling to not expire after a week in the fridge. The ketchup who has been there for 7 months. Pathetic. Time traveler, kill a butterfly. The timeline. Meet Getty and Spackballs. Binging with Babish. Meet Getty and Spackballs from American Dad. Me in 2nd grade. Can recite 12 times tables perfectly from memory. Me now. Checks 2 plus 2 on a calculator during an exam. Remember this little guy from Ice Age? Well, this is him. Feel old yet? Netflix, are you still watching Someone's Daughter? I feel like everyone has a teacher from high school that they'd 100% fight. I love seeing all the names of teachers people would love to fight. I feel all of you. And is Bestie in the room with us now? Why did nobody freaking warn me about the bats and hang outside the pharmacy? I just got my second COVID shot and a bat flew up and sucked it right back out, so now I have to do this crap all over again. Pilbara flame-tailed slider in Pilbara, Australia. Jordan Voss. See, now that's just too much. Anyone else got problems? No, you're the only one. Okay, sorry. Ripley's by God. I've become so desensitized to the infinite parade of new and ridiculous ignominies that will comprise modern life that you could tell me anything and I'd just be like, sure, frick it. Ripley's Jesus frick really frick. Crazy how much there is, like in general. Employee fist fights in Walmart are a lot more deadly because the employees know the terrain and what they can use to their advantage. Customer fist fights in Walmart are a lot more destructive because customers don't care about what they destroy to reach their goals. What about employee versus customer fist fights? An unstoppable force meets an immovable object. When I was in primary school, the head teacher stood up in assembly and said, "Who can tell me the hardest word to say?" So I put my hand up and said anti-disestablishmentarianism. And the principal said, "No, the correct answer is the word sorry." And it was in that moment that I lost my trust in the entire education system. Polite elephant crosses multiple farms on her voyage without damaging a single fence. Elephants are the Canadians of the animal world. I wanna say free him, but no, this bud sniffer's gotta think about the consequences of his actions. Every male celebrity stands like this on the red carpet. You know what's wild? Remembering that children hear things for the first time without context and are literally like, what? I just said see you later alligator to a 4-year-old and I think it was the first time they had ever heard that. They froze in their tracks, looked at me completely bewildered, then replied, "See you later chicken," and kept walking. My sister has a substitute teacher from the UK who said cheerio at the end of class and her response wasn't Fruit Loops to you before walking out the door to the bus. I'm so jealous of people with such expansive and sophisticated vocabulary, like, for the love of God please stop using words I've never even heard of. Mayonnaise. Get out. In my segmented fruit era. Enough. We are all going to take a ceramics class. It seems my calculations were wrong. Prepare for infinite agony. Nothing's happening. Oh. A cooking competition where people try to make an entire meal at midnight without waking their family up, and whoever makes the most amazing thing without getting yelled at wins. Rolls up sleeve. Hey buddy, you wanna fight? Rolls up other sleeve. I'm not afraid to beat a punk like you. Rolls up someone else's sleeve. I really hate when flies rub their hands together. What the frick are you planning, you little asshole? You have a lifespan of like 3 days. No other social media platform has lore quite like Tumblr's. The gods that haunt this place are unlike any others. I just saw a TikTok comment saying that Tumblr right now is like a place recovered from being irradiated. Why does Coke always have to be a weird brown color? Why can't it be red or green or something? Or something. Pros and cons of making things. Pro. Thing. Con. Make. You summed up the struggle of all creators ever so nicely. I really don't do anything but eat pasta and think about love. Cereal at 8 AM. The poor man's meal. A poverty feast. Dilapidated wheat. A mouse's luxury. Bastard scraps. Cereal at 12 AM. A feast fit for a king. Absolute decadence. God snack. Gorgeous grains. Unrivaled hedonism. Trust me, I'm an engineer. We need to stop being so desperate about finding aliens. We need to play hard to get, pretend like we couldn't care less, watch them come rushing into our atmosphere. Ball, I command you in the name of Jesus, when you're down to your last few poke balls. Could you imagine someone actually needing to have a serious talk with you and they started off with this bitmoji? We need to talk, this is serious. In the same vein, imagine someone dumping you using bitmoji, we are done. I don't mean to shame anyone for their hobbies, but I do though, and spelunkers are insane. I'm not super claustrophic or whatever, but oh my god, nightmare.
Howdy folks, I hope that you all enjoyed episode 225 of Top Tumblr Memes. If you did, feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. First and foremost, I'm so sorry about not having a double upload today. I completely forgot, and I went and played basketball for a couple of hours, so when I got back I was like, I completely forgot to put an upload up. But don't worry, I will have Exposed Conspiracy, the Tumblr user video, coming out tomorrow on Sunday, June 20th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So keep an eye out for that. I am sorry for not putting that out today. Like I said I would in yesterday's outro. So silly of me, I completely forgot. However, yesterday, I really appreciated, and today, I really appreciated your responses to yesterday's question of the day, as always. And for today's question of the day, it is going to be, what is the weirdest dream that you have had? And please keep it PG-13. I don't need to hear... obviously it would be interesting to hear the rated R versions, but maybe YouTube would take it. I'm not even sure. Go for it. Just tell me whatever dream you're most comfortable with telling me about. I would like to hear it. Funny, crazy, whatever it is, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. So feel free to do that. Keep an eye out for Exposed Conspiracies coming out tomorrow, as well as episode 226 of Top Tumblr Memes. It will be a double upload tomorrow instead of today. Again, I'm sorry for that. A double upload tomorrow. Keep an eye out for that. Drop your responses to today's question of the day. Feel free to do that. Drop a like, again, if you want to. If you feel like I've earned it, if I deserved it. And feel free to subscribe if you feel like I've earned that as well. I'm always fighting to win people over. So yeah, I hope that you have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you. And I will see you all tomorrow with Exposed Conspiracies and episode 226 of Top Tumblr Memes. Peace out, guys.